la vita per il gregge di Dio. Anch'io vorrei che questo saluto.
When Pope Leo XIV emerged on St. Peter's balcony for the first time as Pope, he offered three big important clues about what kind of papacy he might have. The first was the choice of name. The last Pope Leo was the Pope who died in the early 20th century. He was known as the Pope of the workers. He was really concerned about issues of social justice and started a tradition called Catholic social teaching. He spoke up for fair treatment of workers, fair pay, and the right to join unions. We might expect that Pope Leo will offer similar messages on social justice issues and be firmly in pro-workers and pro-labor movement. A second hint that Pope Leo offered was his choice of language and his choice of words. Leo is the first Pope from the United States of America. He's formerly U.S. Cardinal Robert Prevost, but he came out on the balcony of St. Peter's. He did not speak English. He spoke in Italian, the language of the papacy, and the language of Rome. He also briefly spoke in Spanish to address his former diocese in Peru. Although he is an American born in Chicago, Prevost spent about 2 decades in Peru as a missionary, where he was first a bishop and where he is dedicated to his ministry. He addressed his former people in Peru, speaking to them in Spanish.
Et emendatione vitae, gratiam et consolationem Sancti Spiritus. Maria, piena di grazia, il Signore è con te. Tu sei benedetta fra le...
The third major clue was the outfit that Pope Leo decided to wear. Some people will remember in 2013 when Pope Francis first emerged on the balcony, he didn't wear any of the traditional trappings of the papacy. He really spurned the trappings of the papacy. He only wore his white cassock. Pope Leo changed a bit. He put back on a red cape over the white cassock, signaling perhaps that, well, he's going to follow in Pope Francis's footsteps. He's his own man. He will be his own pope, and he will decide kind of who he wants to be and what kind of pope he wants to be.
Proviene da Dio, Dio che ci ama a tutti. Viva Leo
At this point, it's very hard to know exactly how Pope Leo will be Pope or what his major concerns will be. I think we can expect that he will kind of follow in the footsteps of Francis on many issues. He was appointed by Pope Francis to come to Rome. They clearly had a good, kind of loving, caring relationship. In his first speech from the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica, his first words were, "Peace be with you."
Una pace disarmata e una pace disarmante.
The College of Cardinals who elected the Pope before going into conclave released a statement calling for peace in the world, directly mentioning Ukraine and the Middle East. And I think we can expect that this will become a key theme of Pope Leo's papacy, and we'll have to see how he decides to address those issues, and if he decides to directly address also U.S. President Donald Trump. Cardinal Robert Prevost is an American citizen as well as a Peruvian citizen. He may decide to directly address some of Trump's choices. At this point, it's a little early to know, but we can be very watchful for that in days to come.
Da chiesa, magari, sto girando. Yeah, okay. Yeah.